All right, what up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of BeawCast. And this is our first sponsored podcast, so I'm super excited. And it is brought to you by Audible, and I'll be dropping some ad reads later on. But today's podcast, we got Big Boy, and I'm really excited about that because usually we bring people in through like the comedy avenues, like Just Kidding News, Just Kidding Party, people that we meet through just traditional YouTube. I met Big Boy through fitness, and his story was extremely inspiring to me. He was locked up before. He came out, and then now he rules the world, and he's straight killing it. What do you got going on? Like supplements?
Sick.
Clothing?
Yep.
A gym.
You even make like music videos with their homie, right?
Yeah.
What else you got going on?
Yeah, that's about it. I would say supplements, clothing. We got like an artist, like you said, Spy Boy. Yeah, we got the gym. What else? We got a few more things coming out.
Yeah.
We might have I haven't really said it, but shit, it'll be dope to say like Tequila coming out.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
That's tight.
That's really tight.
Yeah.
That's insane. So how did you let me move this so they could hear you better. How did you go from like this right to going like this? Like, how did you do that?
Shit, I'm not going like that yet, you know?
Yeah, you are. You liar.
That's you guys.
I see what you're doing.
No way.
That's you. Shit, to be honest, it wasn't, I'm sure like you guys, it wasn't a planned thing. It just kind of happened, and when the opportunity arose, I took it,
Because most people I know that were locked up, when they come back out, usually it's like, because I grew up like in the 90s, so I know a bunch of people. And
they say it's like, shit, like 80% go back. Like that.
Yeah.
Like when you hit the gate, they tell you like, all right, we'll see you soon. You know what I mean? Like that's how
as a joke or
nah, that's like real shit. See you soon. Like they're dicks about it. So yeah, they know the turnaround, or at least like you get a parole violation, you go back for a few months.
Yeah.
But never hit none of that shit.
Yeah, like everyone I knew that came out, they usually pick up a trade, like air conditioning, a technician, or they get to blue collar work, mechanic. Like how did like YouTube usually aren't even on people's radar, like social media. How did that even come across you where you're like, oh shit, maybe I'll do that?
Well, yeah, when I got out, of course.
What year?
11.
Okay.
2011?
Yeah. They, you get $200 gate money.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
And then what do usually people do with that money? They go buy some food and get a ride somewhere?
Yeah. You either got to have someone pick you up at the gate, or you take like the Greyhound home. You either got those either options. You can't like just do your own thing.
When you get someone to pick you up, do you have like a week before to call, or like a month?
Oh yeah, you know your parole date. You know what I mean? You're looking at that shit like, I mean, once you like for me, once you when you do years, once you get under a year, it's like it feels like a month. You know what I mean? You're counting the days from a year out.
How long were you in there for?
For 4. So it's not,
That's like freshman through senior year, pretty much.
Yeah, it's like college. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like a reality check type shit.
Damn.
So, but yeah, you get out with that 200 gate money, and that's all you really got. That's all they give you.
So in 2011, from what point in 2011 were you like, man, I gotta do something different? Like this isn't my life.
Nah, right when I got out, it was like I got to do something different,
What was the first different thing you did?
Oh,
I want to hear that. Let's talk about that one.
Nah, the first thing I probably did was eat. You know what I mean?
Okay.
You want to eat.
That's the second thing that
Yeah.
Okay.
The first thing like when I got out, my thing was like I would tell myself I'm gonna have a pizza right here, a burrito right here, a hamburger, like just all the bomb food, and take a bite of each,
Yeah.
Shit like that. But all in all, when you get out, like it's called institutionalized, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
You can't even eat. I lost probably like 10, 15 pounds when I got out. I couldn't eat. Like it doesn't feel.
Wow.
It's a trip. Like you feel like
Like a culture shock, like the world is different than what
Yeah,
you're used to?
no, you just feel like it's not reality. You feel like this is not your home. Like my home was that cell. You know what I mean?
Interesting.
Yeah, that's where you feel like
crazy.
it doesn't feel real. Like you're gonna go back. You know what I mean? Not
Yeah.
in a bad way, but that was your home for so long. This doesn't feel like your home no more. You know?
Yeah.
But eventually it switches, and you get, you know, I could go over all kinds of things to sounds and shit. Like out here, we hear so many different sounds, but like, let's say keys shaking, you know, a guard's coming. Let's say you hear scuffling, you know, there's a fight. You know what I mean? So when you
a
hear
different
things,
world, huh?
Oh yeah.
Shit.
You know, you're doing the same thing for years straight. You're on a program. You know what I mean? You're on a routine, and
What's the typical routine like?
Um,
Like, does everyone wake up at the same time, eat lunch, dinner, whatever?
yeah. So for me, when I got on like my best routine, because obviously it goes, how do you say it? Like the program you're running at that prison that you're at, because it could be an active prison where, you know, things could be kicking off, riots or whatever. It could be people getting stabbed, so you're on lockdown. So, and it depends on what level you're at, things like that.
Yeah.
But when you got a good program where, you know, you could be hitting the yards and you can have in your day room, you can set up a real program. When you're on lockdown, you're just stuck in your cell. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
23-hour lockdown, basically.
You ever
out.
been? You ever been on lockdown?
Yeah. Of
For
course,
like,
you-
for
man.
like
puts you
beating
in
the
there?
shit out of someone, or like or fights. Or,
Nah, man. But yeah, I for sure have.
I get you.
I've been on lockdown and all that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I did actually in the longest was 7 months and shit. I didn't see outside.
Oh
Oh
damn.
my god.
Yeah.
Is lockdown the same as solitary confinement, or no? Those are two different.
No,
things?
those are two different things. One is a hole. You could call it the hole. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Asset. That's the hole. And one is just being on like lockdown, like something happened, so they just lock the prison down, because when people get released, something may happen. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? So they lock the facility down.
Okay.
So it's two different things.
So tell me about the 7 months, and then I want to know what a better program feels like compared to the 7 months.
Oh, well, 7 months is just basically asset living, the whole whatever, and you're just you're in your cell, like your program's your cell.
And you can't get out of the cell.
No.
And it's indoors.
Yeah, it's in a yeah. It's
And
in
you
a
have
cell.
do you have like a, what I mean, like I guess it is in a cell,
Yeah,
but I
yeah,
thought
yeah.
like maybe you get just a window or something, or.
It just depends. So like sometimes, well, no, most of the time, yeah, the window's painted. They don't want you, like, you know, you can use sign language. I learned sign language in there. So like, let's say
shit,
someone's
that's
walking
crazy.
out here, right?
Yeah.
And you have a window.
Yeah.
You know, you get their, like something like this, you get their attention, they look up and you signal something. It could mean a hit, whatever, you know what I mean?
Wow.
Send this
Oh,
message to this
shit.
yard. So they, you know, they blank it out so you can't see.
Damn.
I didn't even have like a mirror. So that's what I was going to say. I didn't even have a mirror in my cell for like 7 months. So
How do you
I forgot.
shave, or
Oh,
you just go by feel?
Nah, you get like chip bags, you know? So there, you know how the
Oh.
inside of the chip bag
It's like
is
a foil?
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
if you even peel the top of the chip bag, the outside,
Yeah.
that foil is even shinier.
What?
So you have to go and
That's
peel that
wild.
off.
Shit.
And then like peanut butter, top of a peanut butter.
Oh yeah,
cap,
it has
you know?
the silver thing on it.
No. So like you use that, like how like girls use a makeup thing.
Yep.
Yeah.
You wrap that super tight with like boxers, like you know how boxers stretch, they have like the rubber in it. You
Yeah,
take
yeah,
all
yeah,
that
yeah.
rubber shit out of your boxers and you wrap it, and it makes like a little compact or whatever.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
damn.
That's your mirror, you know?
Oh damn. Arts and crafts. Dude.
Oh yeah. But yeah, that was the weirdest part, because you can see yourself but it's blurred, right?
Yeah.
So I went like to medical, and I go to medical, you know, I haven't seen myself in like months, and the guys just tripped out, like pale and just sucked up, you know?
Wow.
Because you get a 2,000 calorie diet in there and
Yeah.
stuff, and when you're in that, you don't get as much money to spend on your books and this and that. So, but yeah, I was sucked up. I was like, damn, what the fuck?
When you were in, they still have weights. Like, were you able to work out?
Oh no, that shit's been out for a long time.
Oh, has it?
Yeah. I want to say 98.
Damn. So people, I also heard they were like just filling up trash bags with water and stuff, right? Or no?
Yeah. Water bags and stuff.
Did you
for
do any of those workouts?
Oh, 100%.
Damn.
Love that shit.
So when you're in lockdown, did you have a cellmate, or you just end up? by yourself?
Yeah. You have a cellmate. Yep. You'll go crazy if you don't.
Yeah.
Damn.
And then when what happens when you go to a regular program? What's regular program?
Oh, so if you know, if you're on a regular program, man, that shit's like, night and day. You go to chow. Like the other way, they bring all the food to you, right?
Oh.
You get the food at your at the door.
Yeah, okay.
You get the food at the door. So the other way, you get to go walk to chow. You'll have your morning yard. You'll have your either afternoon, noon, or day room. You have your night yard or day room, day room. I mean,
and what do people do? Like read or like
whatever you want, man. Not whatever you want, but yeah.
Yeah.
Like for me, I've always worked out my whole life, man. I've been working out for a long ass time, so it wasn't any different in there. At the end, like I was probably for at least the last like year and a half or so, like I got like on a real good program, barely on lockdown at all. So like I would wake up almost every morning. I mean, it's been so long now. I don't know the exact hours, but let's say chow is at like 6 or 5 a.m. I'll get up like maybe 30 minutes before. I'll bang out like 1,250 push-ups. That was like my thing.
Holy shit.
Every morning,
1,250?
1,250, because if you add up the ones, the fives, the 10s, the 15s, and the 20, I hit hundreds on those fives, and all the individuals would be 50. So I'll hit,
I don't even get that math. What the ones and the fives?
Oh, like 1, 5, 10, 15, and 20.
Yeah.
You do 100 reps straight. And then like let's say the 2, 3, and 4, you hit 50. 6, 7, 8, 9, you hit 50. But the 1, 5, you get what I'm saying or no?
No, do you get what he's saying?
No.
So
why were you nodding your head like you got it?
As I'm trying to listen.
Like let's say you're doing 20 sets, right?
Yeah,
you're doing
yeah.
20 sets.
Gotcha.
So on set 1, you do 100.
Gotcha.
On set 2, 3, and 4, you do 50.
Got
so
it.
you add that up, it'll be
Gotcha.
1,250.
I'm done.
Gotcha.
Yeah, it'll be
Okay.
1,250.
I'm done. Got it.
So I will do that. Then I'll hit chow, go grub, you know what I mean? Come back, chill a little bit, go to yard. And then I would just be literally the whole yard. I would just switch. Either one day was all pull-ups for, I don't know.
Because I got pull-up bars still?
Yeah. So one day would just be all pull-ups, every which way you can think, like, chin ups, close, wide, sides, like any way you can think.
And you did it every day, pretty much.
Mm-hmm. No, I'll switch. I'll do like one day all pull-ups, one day all push-ups and dips, and then I'll just keep every other day.
And what about squats and stuff? Did you do squats?
We would do like lunges around the whole yard. So like the shit's pretty big. Like it would be 3 laps would equal a mile.
Oh, damn.
So
it's like a football field.
Be bigger.
Yeah. Wow, that's crazy.
Mm-hmm. So we would literally lunge around the whole track. That's how I kind of get legs in.
Was it just you or like a bunch of people were doing
Just depends on what homies like you want to drive with and that want to get down with you,
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Damn, that's fucking crazy.
Yeah, that's dope.
Hey, what up, guys? Time for our sponsorship song. This week's episode is brought to you by HelloFresh. What's HelloFresh? It's a meal kit delivery service that shops, plans, and delivers your food with step-by-step instructions. So this week we just ordered the panko crusted chicken, and it was really, really bomb. And it was one of the juiciest chicken breasts. You guys know I don't even like chicken breasts, but because of the instructions, they know how much time to leave it on the pan, the temperature to leave it on, the order you're supposed to cook it with. It came out really, really juicy to the point where Taika took it out of my hands and started eating it like a hamburger. And he ate a third of the chicken breast. The chicken breast is like this big, and he ate like a third of it, which was pretty amazing. So it's really, really good. The home cooked meals are really simple. So if you're ever intimidated with pots and pans and measurements and all that, it tells you from the start. It already tells you how to prep it, so you don't have to get over intimidated. And it's actually really enjoyable and easy. I think because there's a 6-step picture, it's just following the instructions, and you can already see what it's supposed to look like before you even start doing it. And everything takes less than 30 minutes max. So you can squeeze 30 minutes into a day, and you can have something that's fresh, made from whole ingredients, and have a home cooked meal at home. And lastly, it's delicious. As I said, Taika vouches for it. I vouch for it. And it's really good. You could choose from the classic plan, veggie plan, family plan, all of that. So go ahead and try your very first meal delivery at HelloFresh.com/Bell80 and get $80 off your first month. And that's like receiving 8 meals for free or getting $20 off your first 4 boxes. That's HelloFresh.com/Bell80 or enter Bell80 at checkout and try your very own HelloFresh. And back to the scheduled programming. Thank you. You got a question?
Yeah. So I guess going into 2011, right? You're out. You ate all the yummy food that you wanted to eat. Now you're like slowly getting acclimated or just adjusted.
Yeah.
Just with the outside world and stuff. At what point were you like, this fitness thing could become a thing for me?
No, so I wasn't even at that point yet.
Okay.
My whole thing when I got out, because before I played football through high school, you know?
Yeah.
So that was my thing. And then had a scholarship, this and that. But, you know, things happen.
Yeah.
I ended up in, you know.
Different university.
Yeah, different university. Penn State, you know?
Yeah.
Penn State. Yeah, so I always loved football. So my whole goal was, you know, I had in my mind while I was training and down, I'm going to train for football when I get out, you know?
Cool.
Tight.
So yeah, when I got out, I actually played. I was doing good, right?
Yeah.
And I actually busted my Achilles.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, in the middle of Hell Week.
Oh, damn.
You know what that is, right? Like the Hell Week.
Yeah,
and stuff?
yeah.
Yeah, so in the middle of Hell Week, I think I just
Wait, how old are you at this point? Or where were you doing Hell Week at? Was it a school?
yeah, college, junior
okay.
college. Yeah, I was maybe like, what was I, 23 or something, 24? I can't remember.
Yeah. For those of you guys,
okay.
of you guys that don't
I
know
think
what
I was
Hell
20.
Week is, it's most sports, because they know you've been on the off season. Like
Yeah,
they'll
so
have
like
like a week
preconditioning.
or two of preconditioning, of stepping it up and really throwing your body into overdrive before the actual season.
And it
starts.
feels like hell. It's fucked up.
Especially,
Two-a-days.
yeah, especially
Yep.
been slacking off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it wasn't
Okay.
that. It felt good, but I don't think my body was just used to so much.
Like just bursts and like.
Yeah, just all that. So
Yeah.
I did it. I played like D tackle, and I did it doing like a 1-on-1. You know what that is? Like
No, I never played football. I wrestled
okay.
in high school.
It's just like you're basically rushing the lineman, the offensive lineman, to
Yeah.
try to get the quarterback.
Oh, okay.
So it's just a 1-on-1. It's not like a whole play. It's just
Yeah.
if this is a guy you're rushing, trying to get the quarterback.
You're just trying to sack that dude, right?
Yeah, you're trying to sack him basically. It's like a drill.
Yeah.
So yeah, doing that drill, I
Blew out your Achilles.
yeah, I posted with the left leg and bam, it hit. So
You can't be doing drills with Cortezes. That's the problem. You need better
yeah,
grip
no,
on that.
exactly. So that shit, yeah, blew it out, and obviously I got like down, but I ended up doing a full recovery. I was good, and I went back and played 2 years at JC.
Oh, sick.
That's how I met Pitbull at junior college.
Oh, sick. So
Yeah.
you like redshirted a year or something.
Yeah, you could say that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
What were you studying in college at that time? Were you like, you know what, I'm gonna study this, I have this kind of interest, or
I didn't have any interest. I just studied what is it called?
like the general stuff just to play football?
Yeah, what is it?
Communications or
No,
General ed. Gen
they
ed?
call it something. I don't know what they call it.
It's not general. I forgot what it's called then.
I'm
It's not
old.
GEs?
No. It's like some name that you won't even think of. Like it's kind of weird, you know.
Okay.
I think I
Yeah.
graduated college in what, 03, 06? So yeah, I don't know what
03?
the fuck. I don't know.
No, you didn't graduate
All
college
right,
in
06.
Because you graduated high school in 01.
Yep. Oh yeah, what the
okay.
fuck am I talking about? Okay, 06.
Just throwing out random numbers.
Yeah, I'm old, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what the hell that's called anymore.
What the hell is that shit called?
But you just, you were
Yeah,
studying
yeah,
random.
yeah.
You were studying just like the random stuff just so you could
Just
play
yeah,
football.
exactly. Just what I had to do to play. You know
Oh,
what
okay.
I mean?
Oh, this is a
Yeah.
perfect time, actually. Perfect segue for our sponsor, Audible.
Hell yeah.
And what's dope is kind of like you, where I stumbled into like YouTube, social media, business and stuff like that. I studied something completely different. And so for me, in order to learn, because I didn't have the 4 years to learn about business or anything like that, I had to do crash courses. And so it was really helpful for me to listen to audiobooks. I listen to podcasts now on business and to read books about business. And so what's dope about Audible is they have all kinds of stuff like that. So if you want to be a better parent, better leader, better person, or if you want to get motivated, you want to read memoirs of someone, they got all of that stuff that you can go look into and completely change your life in any way. You could read about history of your favorite athletes, presidents, all of that. Just go to the link below, and it's audible.com/BEAW. That's BEAW, or text BEAW, BEAW, to 500-500.
Easy.
And listen.
Yeah.
And
especially if you live in LA, that's great. We spent, I don't know, how long did it take you to get here? Like over an hour, maybe?
Long time, yeah.
You could have listened to a book while driving over
Hell
here.
yeah.
What were you listening to? Lowrider Oldies, though?
Yeah,
They're
exactly.
dope. There we go.
Art Laboe.
Why do you act like you're not all about that Mexican Chicano life?
Yeah.
Don't
She always
act like
messes around that more Mexican than she is.
He really is, though.
That's tight.
He really is, though.
Yeah. So if you guys want, go to audible.com/BEAW. Go check it out. And back to our podcast with Big Boy. So after that, when you
he blew out his Achilles.
you blew out your Achilles and you finally played, what was the next step? Like, what was the next step that got you closer to doing all this fitness and new media stuff?
Oh, so yeah, I always lifted weights. I always like to lift weights, get big, you know.
Yeah.
So
at this
people
time,
were telling me, people at the gym that I was lifting at, like while I was playing football, were like, hey, like check out all these dudes on Instagram, you know, like check them out. They're lifting crazy weight. This and that. I was like, what the hell? I could lift that shit, you know. And you know, like how anything starts, right? Like I could do that, you know.
Yeah.
So yeah.
What were you like benching or squatting at that time?
I said I was like benching in college. In that college.
Yeah, that college.
Like I would say like five, like low fives or something like that.
Damn.
Yeah. I was always
I
pretty
like how
strong.
humble you are, though.
Wow.
You're like, yeah, I mean, you know, low fives, nothing big.
Yeah.
Damn, that's crazy.
Yeah, I was already, you know, I lifted. It wasn't like something overnight. I've been lifting since I was like maybe like 14 or whatever. So
yeah.
I've
so
been
has
lifting
Bart, though, but he's not hitting those numbers.
I look different.
Yeah. He looks good. He looks good.
He does look good.
Jacked up.
It's just the wife's job to talk shit to her hubby, you know?
Yeah, you got to.
Yeah,
you
so
gotta
I'm just,
do that.
I don't want to get rusty.
You can't get him too big-headed, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
you gotta
his head's already
make
pretty
sure
big.
he's down there, you know?
You see, you feel me.
Yeah, that's how you do it.
Bart just doesn't get it. Okay.
I get it.
There we go.
But
So you saw these Instagram dudes. You're like, man, fuck these fools. I lift way more.
I don't know about that. I just I could lift that shit. So one of the guys like made an Instagram and
For you or for someone else?
No, for me.
Oh, okay.
I was like, all right, fucking let me try it, and started posting it. You know, just the lifts, and I posted a picture of my back, like blasted up. You know.
Yeah.
And
Which means a lot of tattoos and ink.
Yeah. And that dude Rich Piana hit me up from there.
Oh, okay.
Like I maybe had the Instagram for like a week or two,
Yeah.
and
wow.
he like hit me up. Yeah.
And what did he say?
Just like, oh, I like your content, this and that. Like, let's meet up. I'm starting. This was when he first started his 5%. So he was just starting his brand.
crew.
Yeah, and he told me, I want to put you on like as my first athlete and this and that. And I was like, yeah, let's do it. I didn't know anything about it, you know.
Yeah.
Sick.
And then that was it. Ever since then, I got to use his platform, you know.
Yeah.
We started making a lot of YouTube videos. And
were you still going to school, or you're like, this thing seems kind of serious?
No, I had played my 2 years, and I was gonna go play 4 year, but I didn't like school.
Yeah.
I couldn't, you know.
Yeah.
And this came into play, and I just wrote it out. I didn't know what was gonna come of it, but you know, like I said, I had no clue what social media was. I didn't have an Instagram or Facebook or anything like that, so I just kind of jumped into it, and right away he hit me up, and you know.
Were you ever scared being online? Because I had a lot of homies from back in the day, like they're scared to be out in public just because, you know, shit happens. They don't want people to like recognize them. So even when they started to open up their MySpace, they're the fools with the black bars on their eyes. Like they still want to connect with people, you know.
Funny.
They still want to like pictures, but they don't want to give out who they are, so they can put the black bars. Like, were you ever scared like the past might catch up or anything like that?
Nah, dog. Nah, they know where to find me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah. So you were just cool, like, fuck it, I'll be online. I don't care.
Yeah. I wasn't like the type didn't know what to post, like what to write and this and that. I would just mainly post, hey, this is my lift or whatever, things like that, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, it kind of, he hit me up. I started doing videos with him using his platform and just took advantage of what I had at that time, you know?
Yeah. How did you know? So you went from an athlete, and you must have at least maybe been in the presence of how he was doing business. Like, oh, you can leverage the lifting as marketing for supplements or whatever merchandise. Like, what did you learn or take away from it? Did you go with them to visit factories or like warehouses?
No, but definitely, because like I was, you could say like the only guy that was doing like powerlifting and using like lifts to kind of boost his brand or whatever, being that different person in his brand.
Yeah.
I spent a lot of time with him, so I kind of picked his brain here and there, and mostly just visually, you know, saw what he did that was right or wrong, and you know, took notes in my head of what he did and the positive and negative. And when it was time to do my thing, I, you know, used everything I could that I learned. Because I had no clue in this game at all. I came with nothing, just hands-on learning, and you know.
Yeah.
That's sick.
Yeah, when you were like, I'm sure you probably started doing a bunch of expos with them, like Arnold's Olympia.
Right.
When you first started doing that, were you like, because for me back in the day, like when I looked at fitness, I never thought I would be in the fitness industry. So when I saw like Jay Cutler or like Ronnie Coleman for the first time, I was still like, oh shit, that's him. You know, were you ever like starstruck a little bit, or you're like, oh shit, I can't believe I'm at the Olympia. This is like where the best bodybuilders compete at. Like,
nah, because I didn't even know what it was. Like,
that's sick.
I didn't know who anyone was on Instagram. Like, I didn't have Instagram.
Yeah.
Like I said, when I was busted, we didn't even have like social media on phones. It was still like press 1 3 times to get C, letter C. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like the most text message you hit is, hey, or you coming, or whatever, you know?
Yeah.
So yeah, I had no clue who they were. I knew Ronnie Coleman through videos from when I was young.
Yeah.
That was the only person I like knew. You know what I mean? But besides that, no, I had no clue. I just knew that he told me this is an expo, this is what you do. People are gonna come want to meet us, this and that. And I basically followed his lead, kind of like I seen how he treated his fans and the people that supported him. I seen how he interacted, and the one thing he did, which everyone will tell you, like he appreciated everyone that came through and showed them like their respects, and gave them the time that they you know, they wanted, and people like that, you know what I mean? They feel appreciated because they're the ones that is gonna, you know, buy your stuff and support you. So yeah, those type of things I took from them, man. I use them to my brand, you know.
So that's dope. So when you went in there, you're just like, okay, I got a job to do, I got to do it. You weren't like, whoa, look at all these people. You're just, I'm just gonna be in here, I got to do my thing.
Oh yeah, I went to learn and try to learn the hustle, you know.
Were you always like that?
Yeah.
Like, were you that way like as a kid? Were you always
yeah, I'm always into making money, for sure.
Really? What was your earliest memory of trying to make money?
Oh, you don't want to say that.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
For example, mine was like you remember McDonald's when you would get the Happy Meal, it came with a toy?
Yeah.
So I had a bunch of those, a bunch of toys, because I would eat at McDonald's all the time. And then, so I had a bunch of these free toys, and I'm like, fuck, what am I going to do with all these toys?
Yeah.
So then I just got them all, and then I opened up like I had a table, and I put it in my front yard, and I had like a little yard sale. Nobody bought shit, but like I was trying to make money, you know?
Hell yeah.
Like, did you have anything like that?
No, we steal, we do all kinds of that shit. Little elementary school type stuff. My brother.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, but you know.
All right.
Yeah.
So yeah, you were always after that. Okay.
How did you like get into like mischief that early, where it's like were your parents or your older brothers or sisters that was kind of part of that life?
Yeah, my brother. And you know, you just, I guess like when like you have a sibling or whatever that's that much older than you, I guess if you're in elementary school, like I don't know when I really started, like, let's see.
Did your older sibling go to Penn State too?
He might have, you know?
Okay, yeah.
But no, you know, when, I want to say when he was like in junior high, what are you, about 12 or something, 12, or whatever?
13,
He's like 5. So then like I'm maybe like 8 or 7, and you're already like acting like you're in junior high. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it spirals like that. It's bad, you know? It's not always a good thing. And then, like your parents are, working a full-time job. They get off, let's say 8, 9 o'clock at night. You don't have any supervision from the moment you go to school till, late at night, 9 o'clock. So you do whatever you want during that time.
Yeah.
So it's it's no one's fault. It's just you got to make a living, especially living in LA out here and everything. It's no joke, man.
Yeah.
Supporting a family. So you just you look up to the people that are around you. You're not really looking up to your parents or your father or whatever. You're just looking up to who you want to be around, who you see have the nice clothes, and you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Typical dogs, nothing new, but that's the honest truth,
Yeah.
And then what you don't have, you go get it,
Yeah.
I remember they steal shit from, we lived in Pasadena, and we would steal from the college. Like,
oh, you were those rich Mexicans, dude.
Pasadena City College, Pasadena City College and all that,
Oh, so you lived in Pasadena for a little bit?
Yeah.
Damn, I looked up to you then.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Why? Where'd you live?
I grew up in East LA, like
there you
borderline of Commerce in East Los. Like,
yeah, I have family all over there too. But no, for sure. But no, it wasn't like that where we live. I wish it was.
No, I'm just kidding.
But yeah, no. You know how it is.
How does your brother feel about you now? Like seeing you do it's become
dope.
Successful? Is he like, man, that's
do they
tight.
get it?
He supports,
Oh, sick.
100%, yeah. That fool's like my right hand man when it comes to that. It's always good. I'm sure like you guys have family that help you out at all.
Yeah,
especially your wife and everything. Like
Yeah.
your family. I know it. Certain situations they say family can screw you.
Yeah.
But for my experience, my family is the one that holds it together. Like my sister helps me. You could trust them with money and relying on them, things like that. So
that's really
if I didn't have them in my corner, it would be tough, because it's hard to trust new people.
Oh yeah.
You get new people, you never know what they can do to you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
So it's good to have people that been on your side since day one.
Yeah. Like so for me, I kind of had like the same thing where I got into a bunch of trouble. I never got locked up, but I got kicked out of a bunch of schools, arrested a bunch of times. And then I remember like one of my favorite memories, because when you're a kid, you're just an idiot. You don't really know what's happening.
Yeah.
And then so I was, I think, 14 or 15. My homie's older brother and his cousins, they just all got released from jail.
Okay.
And of course, they're just right back to doing the same old thing.
Yeah.
And at that time, like that's when raves were really big. This is probably like 1999, 2000.
Okay.
And so they're like, oh, like there's this big ass rave in Arizona called, what is it called? Damn, what's the one at Lake Katruma called?
I have no idea.
Damn, not Nocturnal. It was
Wonderland?
No, it was.
Oh.
I forgot what it was called. yeah. But so they had an idea where they would rent a van, but then rip the cushions out of the van and stuff it full of like boats of E.
Oh, yeah.
And then we would just drive over there, And then when you're a 14, 15-year-old, they're like, hey, you come over here. Help me with this. And you're like, oh, tight. Because we're just in the garage, like lifting.
And you probably
anyways.
thott they were cool as fuck.
Hell yeah. I thought they were like, anytime we went to go eat, they would just pay for it. They were just in wife beaters all the time, all fucking yoked. You're just like, dude, these fools they're the man.
Yeah.
And until now, you look up, because you're living in a bubble.
Yeah.
And I'm like, man, those motherfuckers were broke as fuck. Like, because I thought like this amount of money was a lot. But then when you do like business, you start talking to real business motherfuckers that are like, oh yeah, I'll invest $5 million. You're like, damn, because before you think like anybody with the G or 10 G's is a lot of money. Yeah. So I kind of grew up in that neighborhood, so I kind of understand where you're like you look up to the older homies and what they do, and you just want to do what they're doing.
Yeah, you just want to be like them. Exactly.
Yeah.
So then at what point with being under Rich Piana and kind of his guidance were you like, all right, this is my time to kind of branch off and do my own thing?
Actually, it was the opposite. He booted me off.
Oh,
What?
really?
Yeah. He booted me off.
Why you're getting way too sexy. Ain't you?
Yeah, he's like, what the fuck? You're getting too popular.
Nah, it was just probably something like that in his own mind for sure, like a insecurity type thing.
Yeah.
I had asked him. Well, from the gate, I don't know if it was genuine from him or not, but it was always him telling me what you're learning and what I'm showing you kind of right now is and what I'm doing is what you should do. You know what I mean? To really make money, you got to start your own brand and you got to, you can do what I'm doing. Like he would tell me that.
Yeah.
So
and he's been in the game for like the bodybuilding game for a long time. So he understands the supplement business, the merchandising.
Yeah, 100%. The branding, everything.
Yeah.
So yeah, I took it to heart. Like, all right, cool. This guy wants the best, and he always told me when you want to start your own just clothing, that would be okay, because his was supplements, you know.
Yeah.
So yeah, I told him, hey, I got this brand I want to start. It's called Strength Cartel. Are you cool with it? Like I asked.
Oh, that's really cool.
Yeah, out of permission. You know what I mean? Not
that's
even,
dope.
you know, that
really
I have
nice.
to, but yeah,
Out of respect.
Yeah, out of respect.
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah, for sure, this and that. I was like, cool, you know. Barely had anything, you know, a couple shirts, couple hats, nothing much. But just something to get a little start.
Yeah.
And yeah, basically after that.
Oh, you became competition.
Yeah, it became competition, and I got like a text one night, like at 3 a.m. in the middle of the night. Not even man enough like how I came to him face to face, or even a phone call, or even a text message during, you know, working
Business
hours. You know,
Yeah.
I got a text like at 3 a.m. So in the morning when I got up, or, you know, take a leak, whatever, I saw a text like at 5 a.m. or 6 in the morning. Like, what the hell? So yeah, after that it was like, all right, this fool. I took it as disrespect, you know?
Yeah.
So to me, it was like, oh, this fool's, you know, a bitch in my eyes.
Yeah.
So that was it. Then it kind of went negative after that. But yeah.
And then like
and I
later
just did my own thing. Then I had like a chip on my shoulder, like, fuck that fool. Yeah.
Damn. And then like later on, so if you guys don't know Rich Piana, like he was part of one of the first or second generation of like YouTube fitness. He killed it. He was he had a lot of dope videos, and then he ended up passing away.
Yep.
And then when he passed away, were you like, oh shit, damn, like did that affect you at all? Or like, oh, the guy that like taught me a little bit, but we had a falling out.
No, for sure not. I had already like desensitized from that shit. Like he kind of, you know, when someone does you dirty, I don't know, for me, it's like
he turned his back on you a little bit.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Especially another man and stuff, and he's not my family or my father or my brother. Like, I don't owe him anything, you know. You showed your disloyalty to me, so I wash my hands with you. Just stay away from me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So no return. He tried to, you know, make things right, and it sounds cool, you know, like showed your true colors. But now that he passed, I mean, I would never talk crap on him. Like I told you from the beginning right here, I use his platform, and I appreciate that. I acknowledge everything that he did for me 100%, you know.
Yeah, that's dope.
Without a doubt.
That,
yeah, I appreciate everything, and everything that I got to learn and build my business with. I appreciate that, and I'm thankful for that. But as a person or like friendship, I wouldn't want nothing to do with that. You know what I mean?
So there's this whole time when you're like learning all this fitness stuff. At any time, did you have any like tendency to want to like go back to the old life? Like, for example, I used to steal like a motherfucker probably 5th grade, 6th grade, 7th grade, 8th grade, and I got so used to it that anything that I wanted I would take, right? And so I had to, I mean, I felt wrong about it all the time, but I would have to like legit tell myself, by the time I was like in 10th grade and 11th grade, I'm like, I gotta try to change this. I have to tell myself, you can't just take those things. You can't just take it. I have to like actively tell myself not to do things, or else I'll do it, or I'll get into a fight, or I'll do like stupid shit. Did you have any tendencies or anything pulling you back, like pulling you off your current track?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, there's temptation and negative things can pull you back at any moment right now when I leave the door. You know what I mean? Yeah. To go back to similar ways or whatever. But yeah, you just have to tell yourself certain things are not worth it. And, you know, at the end of the day, I ain't trying to go back. You know what I mean? I don't think anyone truly is. But yeah, it's always a struggle, you know, because it's not only just maybe doing negative things, just a mindset. Like, maybe this person did this to you, took it as disrespect, or, you know, just little things that you have to change your mindset about, you know. Yeah. Could be words, you know, like someone says this word to you, and it's to you, it's like, what the hell? Like, why would you speak to me that way? But nowadays people use different words like bitch or whatever. They use it so freely, they're not really calling you out. It's just the way they speak, you know. Yeah. Could be just little things like that. But yeah, for sure, man. Every single day I fall into temptation with different things, you know? Yeah. And you got to check yourself.
Like, what kind of temptation? Do you like see a stupid comment? I'm going to try to find where this fool lives.
Oh, that's like, Yeah, it definitely. Nah, that's like you still get heated sometimes. I guess that will be in your mood, depending on your mood, right? Like maybe in a bad mood and you say, like, oh, fuck this fool. But nah, just it could be anything. Like driving home, you get road rage and you want to tell this guy to pull over.
Oh
or,
yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't know, all kinds of things, man. But yeah, you got to just.
What do you
keep
do?
your head
Like
right.
let's say someone cuts you off, you get pissed, and you want to pull over and you want to beat the fuck out of them. What do you tell yourself now?
Just
like,
say it's not worth it.
Yeah.
You know. Yeah.
Yeah, you're someone I'd be really scared of. Usually the people that don't. Yeah, usually the people that don't say shit and they just kind of like take it. I'm like, oh fuck, you don't want to fuck with that person. That's the one that's gonna fuck your ass up. That's the ones that like bark like really loud. I'm like, oh, they're probably not gonna do shit.
Yeah.
That's what I bark all the time. Because I'm not gonna do shit.
No,
I just
don't
mouth
know about
off.
that.
I mouth off and I'm like,
Bart looks pretty scared of you every time he's around you. I
I'm
don't know.
super scared all the time. Yeah.
The way he was talking before he came, then you showed up. He's quiet. He's a different man.
oh really? That's good.
That.
Thanks, baby. That's tight. Thank you. No, that's
That's funny.
Oh, okay. So yeah, so you have. Was there a single time where it got you pretty close to going back in, or no? Like, did you get into a run-in like serious enough where it got like another run-in with the law or anything like that?
Yeah, for sure. Like, if you obviously like bars and shit, like stuff like that, it's not the best place, you know. So I got in a couple little tussles that got me pretty close, but luckily I was all good.
Do you think people try to get at you a little bit more because of your size? Because they think you're like this, like, oh, macho guy, I could take him.
Yeah, for sure. Especially like when you drink, people get the beer balls or whatever, and yeah. I'm sure like people once you started fighting and things like that, then everybody I could fight too, or just because you fight doesn't mean you're tough, or you know what I mean.
Yeah.
You know how it goes. So for sure.
Yeah, we had this dude at our gym named Steve Gentilly. Shout outs to him. And I mean, you know who he is.
Yeah.
And
he's a cool dude.
He's a big motherfucker. He's like 6'3", 6'4", like 280, 290.
Yeah, he a beast.
Yeah, and he tells me like when he's at the bars, people want to arm wrestle or like fight or like they just talk to him like crazy all the time. And I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Damn. No one ever challenges me like that. That just means I'm small. They probably see me and they're like, I know I could kick this fool's ass.
No, they do. I've heard them. They're like, oh, like they're always asking you for like arm workouts. They're like, oh man, do you work out? And they always squeeze your arm.
Yeah, but I don't get challenged.
Fine, that's true. Yeah, you don't.
Yeah.
Sorry, babe.
Yeah.
But man, I used to love fighting, dude. Like, I remember like ever since 6th grade, junior high, if my homie like was about to throw down with someone, I'm like, dude, I want to be there. I hope it turns into a rumble, or it turns into a 2-on-2, or any reason, man. Like I would go to clubs, like not even really to talk to girls, but just to see if we could fight somebody.
Oh yeah. For sure.
And I'm lucky I never got arrested or anything for those things.
Yeah.
But man, it's just, and then like even after that, like the temptation that I had too would be like I would see guys on the or just on the freeway, people cut you off, and I just want anything to turn into a fight. Please.
Yeah.
And
you say that now. So when I go to the restroom,
no, I don't.
Wait up. I'm gonna prove my point. When I go to the restroom, I'll have like my purse, right? And I don't want to take it with me to the restroom. So then I leave it on the chair. I'm like, please, here, watch. Because I swear everyone's trying to jack me. But I'm like, I'm going to leave my purse here. Please just like hold it or take care of it. And then I come back and he's not even watching it. It's just on the table. I'm like, dude, babe, like my purse, it's right here. Someone could have just jacked it. He's like, I'm just hoping somebody takes your purse. Like,
she doesn't know I am watching it.
They pray. Yeah. I pray they take your purse.
Yeah.
Like even like when we travel like to Europe, there's like tons of pickpockets and stuff. I'm like, damn, try me, please. 'Cause I will beat the fuck out of you. Like I'm careful because I know some of them are sneaky.
Yeah.
Like they can like reach under and you don't even know.
That's crazy.
But I like violence a lot before.
Yeah.
But not anymore.
Yeah. I understand.
Dude, you're a fucking inspiration, man. Like I'm also like a product of the hood. But for me, at least, my parents, they kept me like on lockdown. Like I wasn't allowed to talk to my neighbors. Like we lived like my neighbors next door. It was like I lived in a house, but it was an apartment complex, and they were always like selling drugs out of there. Like you see people coming in and out all the time. Like, every other night there was a drive-by. Like our house got shot up so many times. But like my mom wouldn't let me go to the school in that district. Like I had to go to a different district. I grew up in Monterey Park, even though I lived in East LA. But like your story is fucking sick. Like
appreciate that.
Like yeah, like how many people do you hear that like have your background and like, you know, do something with their life? Like you're killing it. And I think I think that's hella respectful, you know?
Appreciate that.
And I hope you see that. I think that's tight.
Yeah, no, for sure. No, it's dope. I mean, I didn't realize it until, you know, the I guess myself, social media wise, you could say, grew. And the more people that come and share their story to me, like how you're saying, you know, like you inspire them. Maybe not you, obviously, but to them. And yeah, it's dope to hear. You know what I mean? Because, in the game, there's no Chicanos that are doing it in the game.
Yeah,
you know?
Nothing really.
Yeah.
Or like with your background, like.
Yeah, and that too.
Like you
know?
have all the odds against you, you know? Like, like you were locked up for 4 years. Like you didn't have any knowledge of this stuff. And then this random guy hits you up and you're like, all right, fuck it. Well, let's see where this goes.
And it was dope that you even jumped on the opportunity.
Yeah.
You know?
You could have easily been like, nah, fuck this fool. He looks kind of funny.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
no, for sure.
Or like, I don't trust this fool. Like he's not in my circle.
Yeah.
But like all these, like you keep saying yes and you're like, fuck it, whatever happens, happens. Let's try it. Where a lot of people, they don't have the odds against them and they're just like, nah, I don't even want to try.
Yeah, they say no to everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You ever been booked for any like speaking engagements at a school or anything? Like,
no. I want to try and do something like that. Definitely. You know,
book
maybe like speak to the youth or something like that, juvenile hall or something. That'd be dope. I've always wanted to. I just haven't pursued it, I guess. But it would be dope for sure. It would. I like to write down like what you can say, like your testimony kind of thing, and go and tell them. But I haven't done that yet. But it'd be sick to do it for sure.
Yeah, no, I think you would inspire even more people.
There's people that I know that help with writing books, so that you don't even have to waste the time writing. Yeah, they can just naturally interview you. And you could just start talking, and then later they'll take everything that you have and try and transcribe it, and then they'll start editing it into a book format. So if you look into that, like, 'cause I know you got a really, really cool story, and man, I think it would be so dope if one day it made it to like a book or
it'd be sick.
Whatever, you know. That'd be nuts.
100%. Yeah, that's why I haven't really told everything, and obviously, but you know, it's kind of like. You could say like a card that you want to bring out at one time, you know?
Yeah.
You can't just play your whole deck, right? And let everybody know everything about you, you know?
Yeah.
So you got to keep some things personal until the right time comes and you play this card and let people know about certain things, you know?
Yeah.
I wish you would have taught Bart that. Because he says a bunch of shit all the time. He puts my shit on blast all the time.
Oh, yeah.
But those are your cards, though.
Yeah.
That's like us playing. I just take his cards and flip it over. I still hold on to my cards.
He's making money off your hand, huh?
Yeah.
Damn, I just got played hard.
Yeah.
All right, well, I'm going to shut up now.
So fast forward to like 2019. Like, how did you get, like, so it's already a jump from Penn State to fitness on YouTube. Then you do this whole merchandising model. And now you're doing tequila. Like, how did that happen? How'd you get into tequila?
I should like that's been in the works for about 2 years or so.
Yeah.
You know,
what does it take to make tequila?
So the tequila is the easy part, right?
Yeah.
We're getting
What, you just source it from like Mexico or?
Yeah. So that's the easy part, right? There's all kinds of
look at you. That's the easy
distilleries.
part. You're right. What a badass. He's already a freaking OG. Okay. All right.
But I mean, there's how many different companies like produce tequila? You know what I mean? There's
I don't know how many.
A lot. Like if you go to Mexico, there's a lot that produce it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Do
they all come from the same distillery?
Exactly. Like there's a few. Like you can say, you look at the bottle and don't quote me, but it'll tell you the exact distillery it comes from. So you can look at, you know, Patron. You can look at whatever you're looking at, and it'll show what it came from. And a lot of them come from the same spot. Okay. You just don't know it.
It's like a white label.
Yeah.
I see.
Okay.
But so yeah, that's kind of, you know what I mean? That's not the hard part. The hard part is shit, I can't expose all the game on camera. You know what I mean?
Okay,
but I'm gonna do something that no one's done yet. No one's done yet.
I'm excited. This is some good marketing.
Yeah.
Good marketing. Can we guess? Can we guess?
Yeah, go ahead. You could try and guess, but you know,
The bottle is in the shape of a dumbbell.
no. It's nothing to do with the drink. Nothing to do with the liquid or the bottle or the packaging or nothing like that. Because it's all been done, right?
Yeah.
It's something else,
Oh damn.
Because I can't compete with like whoever has their own alcohol, all these big movie stars and rappers or whatever. I can't compete with that. So we're getting something behind the scenes licenses that they can't get working on that.
Wow.
Yeah. So something that's not even with that.
That's tight.
Yeah. Maybe I'll tell you off camera.
Okay. Yeah.
And then we'll tell you guys later.
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding.
Do you got like a release date or like a?
No. Like I said, we've been working on it for, I would say, close to a year and a half or so. I was gonna say 2, but maybe like a year and a half or so. But we're like,
Yeah. How did you get into it? Like, you always wanted to like move into other?
No,
things,
I got so one of the partners with my brand, he owns Taiku. Have you heard of that before? The sake, the Japanese one.
I remember you telling me about that.
Yeah. So he's been in the alcohol game for a minute.
Oh.
Yeah. So he has like tons of connections. So he asked me, and he, told me about this idea, and yeah.
Sick.
Yeah.
That's dope. Do you ever get tired about talking about fitness?
In what way? Like,
so for example,
like
for us,
this or?
no, I don't think we're talking too much fitness, which I'd like. Cause like whenever we go and we get interviewed or things happen, like they like, at least for Bart, it happens all the time where it's like, well, how much you bench? How much of this? How much of that? Well, tell me about this.
Stupidest
and it's
questions.
Like, I don't want to put them on blast, but yeah, like sometimes it's cool to like hear other shit that's not fitness. But there are people though, like that can talk fitness all day and like they don't really do anything else.
Well, they're passionate about it too.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah, they are passionate about it.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant like how you're saying if you're at a bar and they go, how much you bench, bro? Like, how'd you get big? What? You know what I mean?
No, for me, like I'll get booked for a college or something, and I'm speaking in front of like 1,000 people.
Oh shit!
And then I tell like my story of like how like one thing led to another, kind of like you.
That's dope.
And at the end of it, I'm like, I open it up for a Q&A.
Yeah.
So they could get to better get to know me or ask further questions about things that I might have skimmed over. And when I get a question like, Bart, how much do you bench? I'm like, oh my gosh, shut the fuck up, dude. Like, you could go online and look at that,
Yeah.
So I don't like wasting time on like stupid questions. I usually next question.
Yeah.
But I guess what was your question? If
it gets old?
Yeah, exactly. If it gets old.
It just depends, I guess, on the circumstance or environment. Like, for sure, if it's in a bar or like you're out somewhere at a restaurant or you're on your personal time and they ask you, how do I get big? What do you eat? Or how much do you lift? And it's like, come on, man, like, back up, buddy. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's kind of like, damn. It's not like if someone's saying hi and, like, I follow you, whatever. That's dope. But it's like once they start asking those type of questions, or maybe they don't even follow and they just see you're big and they want to just ask those questions. Like, I'm trying to enjoy my time with whoever I'm with, or or maybe you're with your boys and it's like, if you were single, or whatever, and like, hey, I'm here to look at some girls, like, get up off me,
Yeah.
The dudes want to talk to you. It's like,
Yeah.
So that shit. But yeah. But I guess like something like this, you guys want to talk about lifting or how much you lift, I wouldn't mind, because it's for other people to hear and things like that, and information.
So I want to end this. I think we had like a really, really good conversation. It was cool sharing your story with everyone.
Appreciate it, bro.
But I do want to end it, I guess, with one last question, unless you have any other questions, too.
Yeah, take it away.
My last question is, so after you've gone through this entire path, and off camera, he's told me about some of the things he owned, and he's in a very successful place. And we won't name those things because he doesn't want to put all his cards on the table. But I know he's in a very successful place, and probably in a place that's far beyond what you would have imagined if you were a 13 or 14.
Oh, yeah,
right?
For sure.
But if you were to go back in time and you were able to tell your 13-year-old self a piece of advice that you learned from today, what do you think you would have told them?
Ooh, good question.
Shit. That's a good question. Like, what would you say, like, for you to be successful, or
just
something
anything.
not to do?
Just a piece of advice.
Anything.
Piece of advice.
Anything. Like, dude, Don't even order animal style at In-N-Out. Like anything. It could be anything. It could be advice. It could be not getting into trouble more, or something that could have.
Yeah, something like that. Just I should have just stayed on the right path. Like don't lose focus of whatever you want to achieve. You know what I mean?
Yeah. What were you focused on at that time?
Set back. So my original, like when I was young and I played sports my whole life.
Yeah.
My the only job I ever wanted, or the only thing I ever wanted to be, was to play in the NFL.
Oh.
That was like my dream. Someone that plays football and that's good at it. And I had a scholarship, out of high school.
So you must have did pretty good. Yeah.
Yeah. So I was, I lived one lifestyle, but I really love football. You know what I mean? Like that was my thing. And just not to lose focus. I should have kept my mind on that.
Yeah.
So just whatever you want to pursue in life, don't lose focus, and don't lose focus.
Yeah.
Stay on that path.
Don't get distracted.
For sure. Don't get distracted.
Yeah.
It's not worth it. The other way is not worth it,
Yeah.
That's dope.
That's dope, man. I'm so happy we're able to get Big Boy on finally, because since the first day I heard his story, just in talking in general, I thought it was like super cool. And I know there's a lot of people that feel like lost out there, and I think that last piece of advice really nailed it home. Like, you never know where you can go, so just really stay focused and push forward, and don't get in trouble or anything like that. And I want to do a shout outs to audible.com/Bells for sponsoring our very, very first podcast. So don't forget, after, go to the description below, audible.com/Bell, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.
Bye.
Shit.